These are the two biggest names in Hollywood in history, Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who you think will win out of a fight between these two legends that are movie legends, and their acting career is phenomenal? You understand what I'm saying? Especially Sylvester Stallone with his Rocky trilogy, Rambo trilogy, and the list goes on and on. You know, like, I think the Expendables, if I'm not mistaken, trilogy. I mean, this man has been acting for so long. My favorite will have to be the Rocky trilogy. I grew up looking at Rocky, and I still to this day look at the Rocky movies and trilogy. It's one of my favorites of all time. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to take Arnold Schwarzenegger out the way. When it comes to Conan trilogy, I was a true fanatic when it came to the Conan trilogy, and also the Terminator trilogy that is still going on till this day. You know what I'm saying? The Predator movies. I mean, these are two sensational actors that I cannot get enough of when it comes to their movies, because they both are sensational in their own, fabulous way. But most importantly, the way that they do these movies, film these movies, and how much action there are in these movies when it comes to these two great actors. But in a fight, who do you think will win in a fight between Arnold Schwarzenegger and Mr. Sylvester Stallone? You know what? I can't call it. That's why I'm asking the crowd and I'm asking the people, in the YouTube world, who you think will beat if they were in their primes, if they were young, and let's say if they get into a fight. Who would win? Would Terminator, Conan, or would it be Rocky, Rambo, Sylvester Stallone that will win the fight? I'll be honest with you, it's a very hard call to make, because in their prime time, these brothers were untouchable. You understand what I'm saying? If you try to lay a hand on either one of them, I guarantee you they will give you a fight to be bargained for. I'm just gonna keep it real. You know what I mean? When they first came out on the movie scene, these were the only two faces that you will see. And they both were bodybuilders at the same time, especially Arnold Schwarzenegger. He came out of Australia with nothing but $100. He barely even knew how to speak English. So when they put him on the scene to do Conan, he barely spoke any English language that you can put for him to say. And he managed to learn a few words, and those are the only few words that they needed for him to do when he did Conan or the Terminator. And as his career started progressing, he started learning more English and he could understand it more. But Sylvester Stallone, we already know, I believe he's Italian, but his English has always been perfect. And let's keep it real. When Sylvester Stallone first came out with Rocky 1, he was living in his car. He was homeless. He was poor. He lived in his car with his dog, I believe so. And he directed and produced Rocky 1. And when they saw it in Hollywood, they were so interested that from that moment on, his career just took off. And that's how they were able to, do Rocky 2, Rocky 3, and, the Rambo trilogy and the whole 9 yards, and so many movies that he did. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I put these two together when it comes in as to being competitive and being in the Hollywood scene for so long. Who will take the victory? Who will take the fight on? Who will be victorious? If they were able to even have a fight one-on-one in their prime time, who will be the victorious one? Who will get their ass whooped? Who will be the last man standing? I can't call it, man. I can't call it. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe a lot of the movies that Sylvester did, you know what I'm saying, he was taught by a lot of boxers, or he was trained by boxers or trainees that train boxers to do these scenes. It's just like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know what I'm saying, never probably took a boxing class in his life, never took any training for fighting or nothing. Maybe he already had hands before he came into Hollywood. If y'all saw how big this man was before he even joined Hollywood, and he was Mr. Olympia, 7 times, if I'm not mistaken, until his record was broken, you know what I'm saying? Which the other Mr. Olympia, he won 8 times. So, you know, let's give our flowers to these 2 amazing actors that have been in Hollywood for so long and still are in Hollywood till we speak. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger became the governor of California. We all know what he did when it came to Tookie Williams. You know, he could have saved Tookie Williams' life, but he decided to sign off the paperwork because of the family. So, allegedly, the family of the people that so-called Tookie Williams, you know, life that he took, the family wasn't with it and they wanted him to be executed. Rest in peace to Tookie Williams. I wish he was alive. I wish he was still here with us. This man won the Nobel Prize how many times? This man wrote books about kids not joining gangs and being reunited, how being in the gang will destroy your life, what can you do to progress, and how to, you know what I'm saying, how to be mutual, how to be humble, and how to, you know, get out of that lifestyle if you're born in that lifestyle or if you're around that circle and that environment. So rest in peace to Tookie Williams. He did so much that even the Nobel Prize people even took consideration to naming him the Nobel Prize winner a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Arnold Schwarzenegger still regrets him doing what he did and signing off that so Tookie Williams could be executed when he was executed, but we'll never know, you understand? But I want to know who you think from these magnificent actors will win in a real fight, one-on-one, if they were any day, and if it ever happened, which it will never happen, but who will win in the fight to the world? Who you think will be victorious, and who will go to sleep? Who will get knocked out? Who will be put on the concrete floor and not get up? You know, I know a lot of people will say Sylvester. I know a lot of people might say Arnold. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who has a better stamina, you know what I'm saying? And who was a better fighter. Once again, Sylvester Stallone probably was taught, you know what I'm saying, through these Rocky movies, through a boxing trainer, and from a boxer, you know what I'm saying, like this knockout that you see right there. That was one of Rocky Marciano's knockouts throughout his career, and he used it in the movie and when he fought Drago. But Arnold Schwarzenegger back then looked like if he grabbed you with one hand, he was able to squeeze the fuck out your neck without him even have to hesitate or even taking a sweat of just breaking your neck by him squeezing you. But don't judge the book by its cover, because anything is possible when it comes into a fight. It could be a one-hit quitter, or it could be a move, or it could be a strategic move, like a martial arts move that can be pinned, or he or the other can pin the other for the other to submit and call it quits. We will never know. You understand what I'm saying? But that's why I love doing videos like this now. I should have done these videos a long time ago because I've been at YouTube for so many years. But it's now when I'm doing these type of contents, and I just want to know who you think will take the victory and the championship between these 2 amazing actors, Sylvester Stallone or Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Y'all let me know through the comments down below. And don't be biased, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You pick who you pick. Can't nobody get mad or be like, no, because of this and he this or the other one that. No. be straight up and be honest and be truthful and just let it be known. You know what I'm saying? I believe this actor will take it because of this or that, or I believe this actor will take it because of this and that. Y'all drop your comments down below. There's your boy Chico Black, aka Jalo. So y'all have a beautiful, beautiful night, and it's always a blessing to be able to do these contents without no biasism or no disrespect. I just love doing these contents. Y'all go ahead, drop your comments down below. There's your boy Jalo. So I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.